so much. Drink up. So much grounds in it. Oh, everyone says. You know what? It reminds me of the Harry Potter TV. The Graham.
Alright, so quick announcement for everyone.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Shit is happening. I'm looking very different than I was last time I was on your screen. I'm really exercising free will at the moment. Now is probably a good time to tell you guys that I'm in the Philippines. I feel like I've talked about it everywhere, but I'm traveling right now for the foreseeable future, and my first stop is the Philippines. Very excited to be on this trip, and so far it's really been amazing, like genuinely. Since I'm so late to film this intro, I'm gonna explain to you what I've been doing so far, what's happening in the future. I spent about 1 full day in Manila, like 2 nights there, just got like my bearings, and then I flew to Puerto Princesa, which is on the Palawan Island, and I went immediately to Port Barton. There I spent 2 nights and 1 full day. I did an island hopping tour, which was really nice, but Port Barton itself is very, very small. And then from Port Barton, I went up to El Nido, and I was there for 3 nights. I loved El Nido. I did another island hopping tour, and I met some really nice people who I'm still traveling with right now, which is really great, who you will see in a lot of these clips. It is quite common to do this sailing trip passage thing from El Nido to the island of Coron, and you can either do 3 days or 4 days, and the people that I met are doing a 4-day, or had already signed up to do a 4-day, so I decided to do it with them because they invited me to, and it is so cool, you guys. It is absolutely amazing. I literally have no idea where I am. We are on some small island between Palawan and Coron. Couldn't tell you, I have no service. I'm gonna give you a tour in the morning because these little huts are so cute. We're sleeping in huts every single night on different islands. Like, what is my life? For the first week, I really didn't take a lot of content because I was just like kind of getting my bearings here, and I wanted to feel connected to myself versus like connected to the internet. Not thinking about creating content, which I know is annoying for my audience, but I think it's necessary for me. I have a lot of hesitations about like what I share on this trip because this is like a very deeply personal experience, and I'm going on this trip not for my job and not for content. I'm going on this trip for many different personal reasons, and I think I'm looking to come out of this trip with a certain experience, and that doesn't necessarily include me documenting every single second of it. I really want to be present. I want to change my habits. I want to immerse myself in like the environments that I'm putting myself in, and I think a lot of that comes from being present, and I spend so much of my time like not doing that. I have mixed emotions about how much I share and what I share, so I'm gonna just feel it out. We're gonna figure it out together, but I really feel great about vlogging and like doing this for YouTube because it feels more authentic to the style of travel that I'm doing, and it feels more like I can capture things the way that I want to capture them, and I don't have to rush it, and I can take my time, which I think is really important for this part of my life and part of my story. I'd like to kind of capture each place I go and each month of my travels and share it with you all if that's interesting to you. I'm very excited nonetheless. I'm always happy to answer any questions you guys have. I think it's just like I don't know how much, you know what I mean? I obviously have been getting quite a bit of sun, but I'm not complaining. The best part of being offline is I've been reading so much. I have my Kobo, which I bought for Italy. I've been gone for a week. I've read 2 full books just in my reading era, and I'm loving it so much. First I read Every Summer After because that one was highly recommended. I asked on my Instagram story what to read. That one was great. Loved that one. And then I read People We Meet on Vacation because I hadn't read it yet, and I really want to watch the movie that's coming out in January, so I read that. Also amazing. And now I'm reading a series because I'm so over finishing a book and then having to say goodbye to the characters. I'm reading this one. I saw Mary Skinner talk about it, and it's more like a smutty series, but they're such easy reads and I love them. They're so entertaining. So this is the first one of the Windy City series called Mile High. That is what my hut looks like on the outside. That's Elle's and mine, but like all the huts go along the beach and then we sleep up there. And they all have these little platforms. It is so cute. To your bed.
But if you are taking the hand, then you can do the triple.
Peel.
Sorry.
Hi guys. I feel like my check-ins are like so far and few between because A, I'm like moving around a lot, and B, I don't have a lot of time where I'm just like sitting somewhere where I can just like freely chat. And I'm not far enough into my YouTube journey to just like whip out my camera around people and just start chatting. So I hope you don't mind these longer updates every once in a while. Obviously you guys saw the last couple days of my sailing trip, which was insane. By far one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. I made a little vlog of it on TikTok, but I had so much fun, and I really enjoyed doing it with Ellie, Elle, and Caitlin. Basically, since then, we landed in Coron. We stayed there for 2 nights and just did like a little bit of island hopping in the morning to some lagoons to check out, which was really nice. And then from Coron, we flew to an island called Cebu, and then we took the ferry over to Bohol. And I actually kind of like moved things around because originally I was supposed to go to Mobile, which was on the Cebu island first, and then go to Bohol, but the girls were going right there, so I was just like, I just changed my order so that I could stay with them, which was really nice. So we went to Bohol the last 3 nights, and it was just me, Elle, and Caitlin because Ellie had to go home. She was just on a holiday here visiting her sister. We did like one day just like adventuring around the island. We went and saw the Chocolate Hills, which is like a popular destination there. We saw how they harvest cocoa like from start to finish into chocolate bars. We got to make our own, which was really cool. We also saw the tarsiers, which I have a couple clips from, which I'll add in, but they're like this very rare animal, and they are so small, but they are very cute. So we went to the sanctuary, the ethical sanctuary, to like view them, but you have to be very quiet because they're very sensitive to noise. Second day we just hung out at the beach, really just chilled out, which was really nice. And I actually just said goodbye to Caitlin and Elle because they are off to do other things. Caitlin's going to Australia, Elle is going back to Siargao. I'm actually going to see Elle in about a week because I'm going to go to Siargao and she'll be there still. So that will be really nice, but I did have to say goodbye to Caitlin because she's going to Australia for the next like month and a bit. I'm currently watching my ferry unload. I'm going to an island called, I'm going to mispronounce it, but it's called Siquijor, I think. Siquijor. It's an even smaller island than the one I'm on right now, and I'm there on my own for 3 nights, and then I go to Mobile, which is where I had originally meant to go in the first place, and I take a ferry from Siquijor to Mobile, and then I fly to Siargao. So I'm really excited because I was highly recommended this hostel in Siquijor, so I'm excited to see it and be there. And I got a free scooter lesson this morning from the guy at our hostel. He gave us all scooter lessons, so I'm feeling more confident to be able to rent my own scooter, which I think will be really nice for me, especially at this next destination. So stay tuned. I might be brave enough to do that, but that's where we're at right now. I'll see you soon. I ended up really loving my time on Siquijor and wished I'd had more time to extend and stay longer and explore because it was such a lovely place. I obviously was on the bike for a lot of my time and got really comfortable driving, but we just spent so much time driving around, exploring the island. It really only takes like an hour and a half, 2 hours to drive around the entire island, so it's very special that way. But yeah, I met some lovely people and we went to the beach, we did some snorkeling, we saw a huge turtle, which was very cool. Lovely island, and before I knew it, I was on to the next place.
so good.
Sweetness is perfect. Yeah. Once again, it's been a minute. I'm currently in Siargao. It is and was always scheduled to be my last place in the Philippines. However, I've ended up staying a little bit longer than I expected. The Philippines in general is amazing. I could stay for a very long time, I feel like. I met Elle back in Siargao. We've just been having literally the best time. I think I've been here now for like over a week, and we leave on Wednesday for Laos, which is really nice. And Elle's gonna keep traveling with me to Laos, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, we've like met some people here that have been really, really fun to just hang out with and do things with. And we went up north for the night and met some people there. Here has been the first time where I've like actually kind of slowed down a lot and had days where I'm not doing a whole lot because I have so much more time here. It's been really, really nice. I've also been running a bunch. I think I've gone for like 4 or 5 runs here, which has felt really, really nice, honestly, to like move my body, and done some yoga, drank a lot of good matcha. I've officially been gone for a month, which is absolutely insane. I just wanted to share a couple thoughts, mainly for myself to look back on and like remember how I felt and what I was thinking, because obviously it's great to like see what I'm doing, but to actually know how I was feeling, I think, is a big part of it as well. I'm so happy that I made the decision to take this trip and to do something like this. I'm really excited to see how the rest of my travels go, and so far it's literally been like nothing short of amazing. Have never worked less in my life. I think I've just never slowed down so much, especially in the last like 5-6 years of my life, like working so much. I'm reading a lot, I'm just enjoying myself, I'm living in the moment, I'm not distracting myself, I'm scrolling less, like all these things, right? Obviously it's great. Being here and having an amazing time doesn't change anything of what I was experiencing in Canada. And I think, not that I'm running away, because I've done that before, and this trip is not that. Going on a trip and going traveling does not get rid of all your problems, and I think being here has been this like very interesting feeling, because I'm so happy and I love it here, and I'm so glad I made this decision, and yet I'm still having like really hard moments because of just stuff happening in my personal life and things at home that I have even less control over because I'm so far away. It's like this idea that two things can be very true at once. On one hand, I can be very happy and living my best life and having the best time, and then on the other hand, I can still feel all the feelings of what's at home, of what I left at home, basically. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's kind of where my head is at. As these things have come up, I've felt more inclined to write about it, so I'm gonna do some writing this morning. I'm a terrible writer. I have the most insane view. What is life? It's always good to get thoughts out of my head, whether that's through filming and through the camera or through writing.
Chapter 1, page 1.
Okay, shut up now. We gotta like. I'll get the headlock. Wait, mango and oh wait, just mango. Sorry.
This is so crazy. I'm literally showering at the Singapore airport.
Remember, there are so many things to be grateful for in this life, and this practice is only one of many. I hope you carry this gratitude and this energy of the morning with you throughout your day. Namaste.